What's up, guys? It is Gunmetal, aka Gun, back at it again with another video. And today we're pretty much just going to be pushing ladder using my skeleton barrel wall breaker firecracker bait deck. Now I don't know if you guys have seen my last video, but I pretty much just uploaded a guide on how to play this deck. And my goal is to get to 8,500 trophies with this deck in this video. Hopefully we can make it happen. It looks like we're going to be pretty much starting off against log bait. I should have a pretty decent matchup in the log bait. At least I think I would. I don't really see myself having too much of a problem with his cards. Obviously, he's going to have a lot for my deck. Also, at the same time, I think I should be able to overwhelm this guy pretty well. That's pretty much like what this deck is like all about. You know, just getting like good counter pushes going, just cycling your deck. You have like a lot of fast-paced like cycle deck cards, you know, within your Firecracker, within your log, within your Goblin Gang, within your Skelly Barrel, like even your Ice Golem. You have a lot of options to cycle your deck, and so that's pretty much how you're going to be wanting to play this one. Unfortunately, right now I am taking a little bit of damage, but I should be able to come back from this. At least I think I will be able to. Let's go ahead and go for a mini P.E.K.K.A barrel. The wall breaker's on the opposite side. Let's see what he has for this. Got a fireball. I would go for fireball on like those archers, but I didn't have enough elixir. We're going to log at the last minute just to clean up. In case he goes for the prince, we're going to go ahead and ice golem just to kite. Go ahead and put this firecracker down the center. Start working on cleaning up all this good stuff down the center lane. I'm gonna go for a late last minute gang, block the prince connection, and now we have a couple goblins on the left side and we have our firecracker on the right, making our way, getting that good split lane pressure, getting some damage on both sides. I'm probably gonna go for a mini P.E.K.K.A on this executioner here, and then I could go, I cannot go in. I'm gonna have to go Ice Golem to kite this back. Firecracker. Ooh, that really didn't do that good of a job at kiting, as I really kind of hoped it would. But on the other hand, we do have our Evo Firecracker, and we do got some good wall breakers going on the right. He does kind of stuff that with that good arrows, but luckily we do have Ice Golem and Skelly Barrel coming down. We're gonna go ahead and fireball on this. Ooh, I should have fireballed more so for the archers, but that's okay. We just get a good firecracker log. And then he's going to go for those guys, those annoying elite barbarians. But we're going to go ahead and Goblin Gang. And hopefully, please, bro, I just need just the slightest bit of damage, and we lose the first match, sadly, guys. You know, you always hate to start the first video on a loss, but that's okay. We're gonna get our trophies back as we usually do. This deck is honestly, I'm still kind of learning how to play it. I think I did a pretty good job crafting it, but you know, as all kind of bait cycle decks kind of go, it does take like some degree of skill to it. Just kind of like getting used to playing like the cycle and the thing with cheap cards. Never easy, but of course, I'm pretty much just trying to learn, doing what I can. I went for a split just to see if like that would like force out any more of a response from him. Obviously my my wall breakers are a bit under leveled, so they're level 13, so they're never gonna make a connection on a level 14 tower if my wall breakers are split. But either way, it's still just like a good little thing to pretty much just you know, set up those wall breakers to, oh my goodness, that's not good. When the wall breakers kite this guy back a little bit, so that way my tower just doesn't like completely die. And there we go, we went ahead and defended that P.E.K.K.A. Even though we messed up the Ice Golem kite, we're also going to be able to take out that princess with our Firecracker, and we're going to go ahead and go for a fireball on this witch. So that way that Firecracker and Fireball will be able to take out that witch. And right now we're in the damage lead, so we're already coming back from our last game loss. hopefully we can keep up this good momentum going. We're not Scaly Barrel. I'm about to Ice Golem all this good stuff to the center, so that way both my towers can clean up these minions. I can go ahead and go for a Firecracker in the center, but I don't think that's necessary. My towers are pretty much going to take care of the rest of these minions. I'm going to go ahead and let that go. Gonna go ahead and set up the Firecracker in the back, and we're just gonna go ahead and go for a Skeleton Barrel. Wallbreaker's on the right. I was hoping to force out some Elixir there, but he went ahead and Fireballed my Firecracker, which is kind of unfortunate. We're gonna have to go ahead and log Fireball this, and then go ahead and get a good gang down so that we can get rid of this P.E.K.K.A. We're gonna go ahead and Ice Golem to block that Princess shot, so that way our Firecracker can go ahead and deal with that. He gives us the well played. We appreciate that because, you know, obviously we try. We're gonna go ahead and cycle another Evil Skeleton Barrel on the right. We're gonna go ahead and get some Fireball value on all of this. Gang for the P.E.K.K.A. And that was pretty much gonna be GG, guys. This is how this deck was it's supposed to be played. This is how, like, you know, the last game was supposed to go. But obviously, you know, maybe not first time is always the try or charm or whatever, but we ended up playing through and putting our trophies back, so let's keep this momentum going. Okay, we are in our next match against Korhan. And I don't really know what to say. What are your guys' kind of, I guess, thoughts on the season so far? It's only been a couple of days, but it seems kind of interesting so far. It seems like, you know, they have like a lot of new like changes and ideas that they're floating around, which is kind of good because, you know, it always seems like it's easy as like the community to always like complain and feel like, you know, not enough progress or like what we want is like being like you know, kind of heard or acted upon. But it seems like they have like a lot of content going for you know, this current like season and balance changes. I'm really excited like with you know, the whole furnace rework, and I can't really wait to see like what they do with that. But yeah, how do you guys feel about you know, 10,000 and now 15,000 trophies kind of being the new would you say the benchmark for like ladder and like ranked and stuff now? Honestly, I mean, it's kind of like the only real way that they can keep the game interesting, you know, by introducing like new arenas and like new trophy goals. So I'm like not totally surprised, but at the same time, it's always kind of annoying, like, you know, once you reach ranked and like now suddenly you have to kind of like start that grind all over again. He misses that zap, so we're gonna get a huge amount of Skelly Barrel damage. That's almost tower. Literally, I'm one Fireball away. So obviously really great for us. We're gonna go ahead and P.E.K.K.A. this. He goes for the poison on the Firecracker, which is fine by me because that means our gang is gonna be able to survive and clean up that graveyard. His left side tower is literally just one Fireball away, so long as we can defend, we should be pretty much like in the clear now. And that mini P.E.K.K.A. and those Spirit Golems are gonna get some good work against that Skeleton King. And that is pretty much GG's for the Skeleton King already. We can go ahead and get down an Evil Firecracker and then an Ice Golem in the tank for that Lumberjack. Let's get one more Evil Skeleton Barrel down. Some wall breakers on the right with the Evil Firecracker, just for like, you know, just for some good measure. Just a little bit of pushing activity. We'll give him the high. Oh, he is not giving up yet apparently. Which, you know, good for him. It's always good to give up. I mean, to not give up and to keep trying. Perseverance is key, guys. That's one thing I always say about Clash. Is, you know, even if you take a loss, even if you take like a couple losses, you know, never like fully give up, because you never know. You might just be like one win away or like one game away from like, you know, maybe mastering your deck or just like cracking code and, you know, hitting a huge win streak. So that was pretty good. And yeah, we should be like one more match away from like hitting our goals, so let's go ahead and try it. All right, we're at 8,458 trophies, so we're actually more like 2 games away. So it seems pretty feasible. The deck is going pretty good, guys. Let me know what you guys think about this deck. This is a homemade deck. It's by no means like professional whatsoever. But it is kind of my baby, and I'm pretty proud of it. I think it plays pretty well. I want you guys to give it a shot, obviously. But even if you don't really play this deck or this type of style, let me know what you guys think. I'm always down for like some feedback, and I would love like for any tips on improvement, maybe my gameplay, deck building, what have you. Like I said, I'm a pretty casual enjoyer of the game, but at the same time, I still do have some goals, and I do want to like build up on my skill eventually. So yeah, any advice would be greatly appreciated. We're gonna go ahead and get like another split lane push going with like those wall breakers, and then the left side barrel and firecracker. Those wall breakers did a pretty good job at damaging that Tesla. And then we get some death damage on the left side with our barrel. He does, however, stop with the log. That ice spirit isn't going to stop those spear golems though, so we're going to get some good chip damage on the left side. Just pretty much getting ourselves back in the damage lead. And we're gonna go ahead and cycle an ice golem in the center. This is one thing that I really like to do with my ice golems. Instead of like placing them like in the back over here like I tend to do, I'm starting to now like place them in the center, just so that way I have like kiting potential in case they were to go for like any sort of like push or whatever. Like my ice golem's in the center, it has a better chance of like kind of blocking or coming into contact with like whatever he just placed down. We're gonna go ahead and get a fireball down for that dark goblin, so hopefully like our firecracker can get a shot, and that's great amount of damage. Those extra firecracker bolts do like a stupid amount of damage. It's actually kind of insane how broken the firecracker is, or firecracker in general. And Supercell doesn't really seem to have any plans on like kind of nerfing the card. He went for his log, which is really unfortunate for him because obviously that means we can just do this. He does have his Evo Tesla, however, for our Evil Barrel, so he does counter us there. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and get an Ice Golem down to block his Expo. Mini P.E.K.K.A for his Mini P.E.K.K.A. And then we have our Firecracker as cleanup. We're going to go ahead and get some log chip on that tower, clean up that Expo. Oh, he gets a little Expo connection because I messed up there. That's alright, because I'm pretty sure we'll be able to take his tower regardless. Then go ahead and get a gang down for his Mini P.E.K.K.A and his Dark Goblin. We're gonna go ahead and block an Expo with this Ice Golem, like so. Like I said, guys, deck isn't really too hard to play, but you do need to have like some degree of skill. Just kind of like knowledge of what you're doing. There we go. Okay, I'm just gonna fireball cycle him since he's like legit just 2 fireballs away, or just 1 fireball and a log away, and that will be game. Alright, we are hopefully in our last match. We are sitting at 8,491 trophies, meaning I'm 1 game away of my goal of 8,500 trophies, which would put me at only 500 trophies away from 9,000, guys. So when I said that I was going to hit 9,000 trophies before the end of the weekend, I didn't really, I knew it was possible, but like this just goes to show like how possible, it really actually is. I'm going to go ahead and get Skeleton Barrel just to take advantage of the fact that that Inferno Tower is down. Get some wall breakers on the right side just to get some pressure on it. And, get some damage on like both sides. Since he got a bit of damage for the Hog Rider and Valkyrie push, we're going to go ahead and Fireball for this. So he doesn't really have anything else. We're going to have to eat that Fire Spirit damage, but that's alright. really don't want to have to play another game. So I hope I can finish this guy off here. But he's playing Hog, and like I said, Hog is always kind of hit or miss for me, and I'm not sure if I'll be able to take him out, but I'm going to try my best. He has Barrel, so I shouldn't be logging. We'll have her gang for his Musketeer. Oh my god, he got me. Ice Golem block. Shoot, I hecka missed. Dang, he hella got me there. But we're getting good chip damage on the right with the Spear Goblins. So we're not staying too out of touch with damage. I'm gonna go for a Skeleton Barrel for this. See if we can't get a Firecracker down for this Inferno Tower. It doesn't reach, however, the Skeleton Burrow is going to tank. I'm going to go for a Fire Spirit there just to take care of that Skelly Burrow a bit more. Unfortunately, did get a King Tie activation, which kind of sucks for me because I really wanted to go in for like a Wall Breakers there. But that will be okay. I'm really going to like try to watch out for like Fireball opportunities on this tower because I'm feeling that like possibly Fireball cycle is how I'm going to be getting damage / ending this game. Here for his log, so I feel pretty safe to go for Firecracker. We're going to go ahead and kite this Valkyrie over with this Ice Golem. Get a mini P.E.K.K.A. over for the Hog Rider. He went for a Hog Rider on the left, which is pretty good for us because that keeps damage away from the right. We're going to go in for a Skeleton Barrel as well as a Wall Breakers. We're going to go ahead and try and predict the Inferno Tower. We don't, but we do get the Musketeer, and we get a solid connection with our Evo Barrel, which the damage plus our Firecracker is honestly just enough to obliterate this guy's tower. We completely missed the log, but our mini P.E.K.K.A. does clean up the barrel. However, his Hog Rider is about to finish us. So we're going to go ahead and try to get like some damage down the left side. Hopefully in this game. Oh, we survive off of 1 HP. That was insane, guys. That was it. Wow. So guys, we were able to push 8,500 trophies. I'll see you guys in the next one.